You see whose office we're in right now? Director of Football Equipment. Does that actually mean anything?
It doesn't really mean anything.
I
still give him crap.
See? So we're going to start with the man first before we see what he got going on. What does that mean to you? Director of Football Equipment. What all does that entail?
Do my part to make sure everything goes smooth around here, man. We all have the same mission, same goal. So whatever it takes to kind of get that on the field, that's what we're here for.
What other schools did you work at previous to this?
I've been here 3 years. Before that, I was with the Air Force Academy down in Colorado Springs.
Okay.
Helped out with their football team, but mostly did track and field there. And then got an opportunity to come here, which this place has been my dream ever since I was little. So pretty surreal to actually be here and be in my position. So
do you see a lot of similarities between the military and college? Like, is college, is like the Air Force and the military in general, like way more regimented?
I don't know, it's pretty strict.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, like the strictness.
Like little things like travel flights. Every time we would fly, you'd have options where you could do military air. You would travel and you wouldn't have to worry necessarily about travel suits.
Yeah.
They would wear their blues and everything. And I mean, it was different.
And the blues is like the slacks and like the dress uniform, right?
Right. So that was pretty cool. Being on base, I mean, getting to work every day, you had to go through the checkpoint at base, so like you felt like you were really on a military base. It wasn't just like an athletics area
where you could just park and walk in.
Exactly. So that was really cool. I mean, lunchtime I'd always go down to the airstrip and watch the fighter jets take off, like little things like that. They'd always tweet out, "Hey, we got a bomber flying over the stadium." They would practice flyovers. It was always something going on, so that was really cool. And then just being around the athletes there. I mean, they're in the military too, so it's really cool to see. But I mean, their schedules were insane, man.
Like all the guys at the base.
Yeah, because they not only do you have training for football, but you would still have your
have like a job
for,
on base, and then you have other stuff.
And everybody at the academy has to at least play a sport or manage a sport. So everybody's involved with athletics.
Oh, that's kind of cool, though.
So it felt like it was a giant team there. It was a really cool feel.
So then, how'd you end up here?
There was an opportunity right at the height of COVID to kind of explore other options, and I want to work more hands-on with football. I really enjoyed football. That's the heart of everything that I've done. And got a shot here and just kind of never looked back.
So the main thing that I saw when I came in your office is big basketball guy. Obviously, we talked about football, but they got to understand. So I see D. Wade in the back. It looks like that's signed.
Some Kobe's.
A lot of Kobe's, some leanings up there. These Kobe's are limited edition exclusive, as with a lot of stuff in here. D. Wade jerseys. So you got into basketball. You played basketball growing up. And while you talk, I'll just show them.
Grew up in Florida in my younger years. Then moved back to Colorado when I was in high school. But D. Wade and Miami Heat made a big impact on me when I was little. And then got into football about the same time Tebow was doing this thing in Florida. So I grew up in Gator country.
Are you fish too?
Oh yeah, fish.
Bro, that fish is huge.
I got that 2 years ago.
And I didn't know that you actually went here.
Oh yeah.
So we got an alum in the building.
Yeah. Went to a different campus because they didn't offer sport management here, but still.
Which one is that one? Denver?
Colorado Springs.
Okay.
So going there. Reason they do the sport management part there is because all the Olympic NGB national governing bodies are there. So I actually did some stuff with Team USA with basketball. Did some wheelchair basketball stuff. The last 10 years, I've been a race official for the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb, which is the second oldest street race, or not really street race, organized race, but they race cars up Pikes Peak Mountain, which is pretty crazy.
Everybody's telling me about that, though.
It's
not
wild,
because you showed me some videos.
Yeah.
But I don't think that was Pikes Peak, but someone else mentioned that too.
Yeah.
And she was like, "You don't know about it?" I was like, "No, I don't know what that is at all."
It's wild. It's the second oldest to the Indy 500, but only by a month. So it's pretty historic up there.
So you be racing up there?
No, I wish.
Luke is a racer, bro.
I'll take a bicycle down the mountain, but I ain't racing.
You don't want to race up the mountain?
You got to be built a little bit different for that. But.
So how long you been in your role? You said 3 years, or was it always this role, or what did you do before?
I was the assistant when I got here, and then beginning of last season, my old supervisor left, and then I got an opportunity to be director. So.
Okay. What can you say about your coworkers, especially Smitty? A lot of the people on Twitter know what he's done, like in the past, in his past jobs. How has it been working with someone that has experience, let's say, with the corporate giant like Nike.
Man, Smitty's incredible. He's got experience for days, and some of his experience is unlike anybody else's, just given the people he's been around and kind of the projects that have been put on his plate when he was at Nike. And then it's really cool hearing stories about back in the day here when this place was rolling and starting to get that feel again of, getting back into, he's been away from here 15 years, but coming right back into it. Some things never change. And he's just been an excellent person to learn from. Couldn't ask for a better mentor. So it's been awesome.
What do you think makes Colorado different as far as your equipment program? Like, what do you think that you guys do better than anyone? Even if you don't know, but just what do you believe you guys are the best at?
I would say adaptability. So we have 3 different practice fields, and then on any given time, if you want to switch fields, you got to adapt to it, move all the equipment, whether that be just the easy stuff like football bags, but also sleds, things people don't usually think about. We configure the fields differently, so north-south or east-west. Our guys over in grounds do a tremendous job with painting the fields for us. Weather's another factor. I mean, it's usually beautiful, at least on game day, it's always beautiful. It's not always that way throughout the week. As you saw yesterday, we had all that snow come in. Yeah. It's already gone, so just the craziness of the weather plays a huge factor, but we're ready for just about everything.
And then as far as being in a leadership role, what is some of the biggest lessons you've learned as far as like delegation and managing people with different personalities? Like what advice would you give to others in leadership roles to make the workplace as beneficial for everyone as possible?
You kind of hit the nail on the head. So delegation was something I struggled with bad. I was used to kind of doing everything myself because I knew how I liked it and how I wanted it. Yeah. And really had to earn my trust to be able to get responsibility from me. So that's one thing, is surround yourself with people that you really trust. And I think we've made some really good hires in here to where I feel like I can kind of take a step back and do the things I need to do to let them be successful in their roles and be successful in my own role. But that was definitely a big one.
Okay. Well, Luke, appreciate you, my brother. You always see Luke in the videos, man. So now y'all get to know a little bit more about how he's really living. Obviously, you see what he does and what he's capable of doing. But his office, like, y'all see Coach Prime's office, y'all see Rick's office. But this is something cool. It's just a way to express yourself, you know what I mean? And this was a vibe when I first saw it. I was amazed. Like, I really didn't know that. Obviously, and look at this view up there. That's actually hard. Like just little things like that, man. So I just cut the camera, but he was telling me this is the original advertisement. This is what it looked like for Gatorade. So it says it can take care of any kind of sweat. You can work up any kind. The professional thirst quencher. That's what it was called. That was the tagline back then. Is that even what it says now?
I don't think so.
Stokely Van Camp's first Gatorade.
Pulled that out of a magazine from I think the 70s. So pretty cool.
Luke's one of them, bro. You see how Coach always says he's stunned on us. He has style, bro. He knows what he's doing.
Just trying to be like, y'all.
Nah, I don't have this. All the D-Wade fans. Talk us through, how did you get some of these? So let's start with that over there, the D-Wade.
So a couple of them I was gifted. This one I was gifted. The jersey I was gifted as well. But D-Wade's last come through Denver, I actually had the opportunity to get seats in the second row of the visitor tunnel, and he and Udonis both came over and signed a pair of unreleased Wade shoes that I had. So that's probably my top shoe of my collection, but that one meant a lot to me.
Are they here?
They are now. Okay. I can bring you in sometime if you want to see them, but yeah.
And then the shoes?
The shoes, so one on the left is the one Kobe wore when he passed Jordan on the scoring list. The one in the middle is the Way of Wade's. Those are the ones they special released when he retired. That was his retirement shoe. And then the last one is a pair that they did in honor of some of the big moments in Kobe's career.
That's hard.
Big Kobe.
It has a lot of numbers on that. As I said before, if you are a real hooper, Kobe is the GOAT. And also, I can respect Luke as a hooper because, bro, this dude was one of the greatest. Was he a 2-guard or 3-guard? 2-guard. 2-guard in the game, bro. Before his knees and everything like that, bro, y'all could not hold this man. A lot of the way guards play today is the stuff that he was doing, especially pulling it over people's heads, just different finishes, mid-range game. Like, D-Wade was like that. As you see, like, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame, and if he's not already. So how did you get this one?
That one was gifted to me. I had my guy, one of my guys that I trust. He does a wonderful job
Framing,
for me.
that's hard. And then the Haslam, same thing.
So I've been going to the Heat games for at least 10 years now. I always show up in Gator stuff, so obviously you do as a Gator, so he always comes by and sees what's up. So one of the last times I wore his jersey, he signed it for me, which was pretty cool. So.
And then all these were just old installments of the helmets?
Some of these are actually concepts that were never actually
just
put to
done?
paper. So we kind of played with the gold a couple years ago just to see a little more sparkle.
That looks cool, though.
Yeah, decided it really didn't do, and then obviously we're done with the gold helmet, but doing the throwbacks last year was cool, so we kind of played around with maybe doing it on a gray. But
okay. What
really
about these, the Dolphins ones?
Being a huge Dolphin fan, being from Florida, those were gifted to me as well, but had to take one from Air Force on the way out.
No, that's good. You got to. You put in too much work.
Got to.
You got the Dolphins over here. The set dressing is amazing, bro.
I appreciate it.
We appreciate stuff like that because we like art in our room. You got the old school locker right here, too.
Old school locker. Ricky Williams up there.
It's like the coach's locker type stuff.
So, original equipment piece from back in the day. One of my former managers was nice enough to gift this to me on his way out. And then back here, one of the guys upstairs got an old basketball warmer.
That is hard.
All wool. This thing must be...
Oh, no, it's the full warm-up. It has the pants on the
pants
bottom.
and everything. This dude must have been 7 foot.
No, bro, the quality, though, is insane. Look at this number, how much it pops out. Like, this is not new by any means.
I bet this is 1950s, maybe?
Bro, this is in impeccable, like, literally impeccable quality.
I'd like to get it framed. I just don't know how to frame it yet, so...
I don't know how they frame tops and bottoms, because you got to show both.
Exactly.
And then the back, it's like you can only show the front or the back. What the heck? Why is it like that?
I don't know.
So this is a zipper. I don't know, bro. That's that old school stuff. Yeah. That's hard.
Pretty cool. So.
Look at all the throwback pieces in his office, bro.
I like the old school stuff, so.
We should